This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
This is the Barbados Today evening news update for Thursday, August 25th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Police and parliamentarians are this evening trying to get to the bottom of a burglary at the west wing of Parliament building. It was about 7:40 this morning that officials discovered several artifacts had been stolen. Clerk of Parliament Pedro Eastman told Barbados Today the burglary occurred overnight. A third man has been remanded to prison on charges relating to the recent shooting on Wharf Road. Kyle Shaquille Sargent of Bourne's Land, Silver Sands, Christchurch, was charged with serious bodily harm and the use of a firearm when he appeared at the District A Magistrates Court today. He was remanded to prison until September 22nd. Last Friday, two men appeared in court in connection with the shooting. Orlando Diego Romel Ellis and Kadeem Jelani Maycock were charged with 13 offenses. They're accused of using an unlicensed firearm, as well as one count of intentionally causing serious bodily harm to two individuals. They are also facing 5 counts of unlawfully and recklessly engaging in conduct which placed 5 people in danger of death or serious bodily harm. Ellis and Maycock are on remand until September 9. In other news this evening, the island's utility regulator has given Cable and Wireless Barbados Limited the thumbs up for its service performance during the past financial year. In its just-released analysis of the company's annual Standards of Service report for April 2015 to March 2016, the Fair Trading Commission found that Cable and Wireless's performance was generally satisfactory. Barbados Today's Emmanuel Joseph has been reading the 12-page document and files this report.
The Fair Trading Commission report assessed the performance of Cable and Wireless Barbados Limited, now known as FLO, as it relates to the standards of service set by the Commission. Using both the guaranteed and overall standards of service for the 12-month period, it was found that the company's performance was generally satisfactory. According to the FTC, the utility companies was unable to supply information on all 6 of the overall standards, but while only 4 standards were submitted to the Commission, the result was a performance that surpassed the acceptable minimum. The FTC said this was good news for the overall efficiency of the company at a national level. Nevertheless, the regulatory agency discovered some aspects of the telephone service provider that needed improving, such as its compliance with fault repair standards, customer complaints, and customer appointments for homeowners. The Commission said it will be addressing all matters of weak areas with Cable and Wireless, with the expectation of a significant improvement next year, especially as it relates to residential customers. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Residents of the North say they are looking forward to improved water services following the opening of a new desalination plant in St. Lucie. And Mark Goodrich-Boyce tells us more.
For many months, residents of the north of the island have been complaining of a shortage of water. The Barbados Water Authority yesterday officially opened a desalination plant at Hope, St. Lucie, as a measure of relief to northern districts. This morning, workers from Ionit's Freshwater Limited were busy cleaning the line of pipes and increasing the pH to give the water its original taste. Residents told Barbados Today they hope the new plant will improve the quality of their water. A second plant is expected to be completed by November and will be located at Trent St. James. And Margaret Ridge Boyce, Barbados Today.
Drivers of privately owned public service vehicles are responding to the Transport Authority's calls for them to observe the dress code. They are required to wear the uniform every day while on duty. The drivers told Barbados Today the majority of them have been adhering to the dress code, and they also raised a few concerns of their own.
They should be addressing the police harassment of these ZRs all the time, because I can't understand that everybody trying to get rid of ZRs. I want to know that if they get rid of ZRs, if they can find employment for over the 400 people that are employed by ZRs, and plus like the other people who get rid of ZRs, they can have a ripple effect that the other people can go home too. Because don't forget, ZRs got mechanics, they got body workmen, they got men that clean the van, the little people over here that got little canteens that sell the food and all kind of things, they can suffer too.
My problem is equal grounds, fairness, right? I talk as far as like where the law is concerned. Now, it is simple. If you put out too much permits on the road, and the road can only filter such 50 permits, you put out 100 permits, you got a problem there. Hold on. You know what they look at? They look at the person that put out the permits. Look at the person that got to struggle to make money, to keep a job, to get a boss man. That's where the problem coming from, right? It's like I create a problem behind the scenes, and you carry it on because you need to survive to feed your family. And in doing it, you want to make sure you make me right before you can make yourself right.
I'm fairly new to the industry. Well, I'm familiar with this route because I live on this route. Basically, the main thing that I would like to see done is reallocation of the number of vans that are vans are actually on Silver Sands route. I think there are actually too many allocated to this route at the moment. There's an overcrowding. It causes, as you can see at the moment, once the police are not present, it causes, you know, some of the fellas to actually step out of the lane where we're supposed to line up.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We're back now with news from the region. Public sector workers in Guyana who earn less than $99,000 or $482 per month are being offered a 10% salary increase. But their bargaining agent, the Guyana Public Service Union, has not yet accepted. Also, workers earning between $100,000 and $299,000, that's between $487 and $1,458 could receive a pay hike of 6%. Workers at the top end of the salary scale are being offered an increase of between 1% and 2%. The GPSU was initially pressing for a 40% pay increase, but they revised the figure to 25% after rejecting the government's first offer. On the international scene, Turkish forces have helped Syrian rebels retake the border town of Jarablus from the so-called Islamic State. This is Turkey's biggest intervention in Syria's 5-year war. We get more in this report from the BBC.
Savouring the liberation from jihadists. The heroes are inside Jarablus, says a rebel soldier. Exclusive pictures showing Syrian fighters entering a stronghold of so-called Islamic State. The onslaught had been swift. The town fell within hours. The offensive began yesterday morning, Syrian rebels backed by Turkey preparing for battle. The aim to push IS out of the key border town that it had controlled for 3 years. But Turkey had another target too, its commander telling fighters Kurdish separatists have emptied Arab towns and raped our sisters and mothers. Pushing back the Kurds was a Turkish priority in the offensive. Turkish tanks launched the operation, firing first from Turkey before crossing over the border. That paved the way for a ground offensive by hundreds of rebel soldiers, meeting limited resistance. Villages along the way were barren, emptied by IS. We'll never know what happened to the residents. Here, a fighter orders buildings and cars searched for fear of explosives. And then they reached it, a triumphant entrance into Jarablus. The infamous Islamic State black once marked their vicious rule, but they seem to have withdrawn even before the assault.
That's news this evening. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can tune in to Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Maricla Williams. Good evening.